This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Anton Roxas. On the Scorecard tonight, Islam Makhachev shatters limits at MSG, destroying Jack Della Maddalena to crown himself a two-division UFC king. Enrique Hernandez undergoes elbow surgery after gutting through injury during Dodgers' World Series run. Luis Rubiales egged at Madrid book launch as protester hurls 3 eggs, one hitting the former Federation chief. Tats Suzara remains at the center of PNVF turmoil, with the POC unable to intervene in internal matters. All the headlines and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 17th of November. Now, here's our roundup. Islam Makhachev just made history at Madison Square Garden, dominating Jack Della Maddalena to become a two-division UFC champion. Makhachev controlled the fight for all 5 rounds, smothering Della Maddalena on the ground and earning a clean, unanimous decision. With the win, he captures the 170-pound belt and becomes just the 11th fighter in UFC history to hold titles in 2 weight classes. He also ties Anderson Silva's all-time UFC record with 16 consecutive victories. Makhachev said he felt stronger without the lightweight cut and wants his first welterweight title defense at the proposed White House lawn event in 2026. No drama, no doubt, just pure dominance from Islam Makhachev, the new king of the UFC welterweight division. A surging PBA super rookie has just been given a new path to the international stage. After a breakout performance that turned heads across the league, Juan de Liano has now drawn the attention of Gilas Pilipinas, and head coach Tim Cohn is making it official. The national team's search for a true point guard may have just opened the door for one of the country's most talked about young stars. Our sports correspondent Zeus Valdez has the story.
The national team buzz around Juan de Liano has now turned into reality. Fresh off a 32-point eruption against Barangay Ginebra, the Converge guard has officially been invited to the Gilas Pilipinas player pool, a move that validates the growing clamor for his return to the national program. Gilas head coach Tim Cohn, who praised de Liano for looking like the best player in the league during their matchup, wasted no time acknowledging the guard's rapid growth and the confidence he's carried since his overseas stint and early PBA success.
It just came out, we weren't very sharp tonight, and you got to give credit to them. They are a really good young team. They put it all together tonight. They moved the ball. Liano looked like the best player in the league tonight.
For de Liano, the invitation is both an honor and an opportunity he has long embraced. In a previous interview, he made his intentions clear.
You know, I got a call from the national team. It's really just it's a no-brainer. You know, it's green light for me, like automatic. Like, you know, it's a different feel of playing for the national team. And hopefully one day I'm back. You know, I'm still 25. I feel like I have a bright future ahead. I'll just continue to do the right things and continue to grind. So hopefully one day, I feel like I can help a lot, especially with the experience I gained overseas and could bring to the US.
And now, the chance has arrived. Cohn stressed that while a Final 12 slot is not guaranteed, de Liano will start attending Gilas practices moving forward, putting him in direct competition for a possible place in the lineup.
He did a great job. Right now, we're considering him, obviously. We have him at practice. So, I mean, there's a chance if we have visa issues, continue to have visa issues, or we, God forbid, someone gets injured or something in practice, he could very well go. He's got his visa, and we have him on the list, so he could be part of the 12. But, if he wanted to impress me, he did a really good job. He did impress. He was impressed. Now we're going to go ask Rivero if he could do it too. No, I'm just kidding.
With Scotty Thompson and Chris Newsom thriving more as hybrid guards, Cohn admits Gilas lacks pure point guards, and that opens the door for players like de Liano and RJ Barrientos, who can naturally run pick and rolls, organize an offense, and stretch defenses with their shooting. Meanwhile, Cohn's PBA mother team Barangay Ginebra continued building momentum with a 102-93 comeback win over Phoenix at the USD Quadricentennial Pavilion. Ronje Barrientos led the way with 25, while 5 other Gene Kings scored in double digits. Phoenix Richie Rivero fired a career-high 28, but the Fuel Masters slipped to 3-6. For Gomez de Liano, the timing could not be better. He enters Gilas camp right after the best game of his PBA career, and he walks in with the national coach already impressed. With qualifiers approaching and roster uncertainty still lingering, Cone says the Converge Super Rookie is doing exactly what he should, making himself impossible to ignore. Reporting for the Scorecard, I am Zeus Valdez, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Los Angeles Dodgers utility man Enrique Hernandez has undergone left elbow surgery after playing through a serious injury during the Dodgers' World Series run. Hernandez said he suffered a tear in May and continued to play through pain in hopes of helping the Dodgers repeat as champions. He revealed that the muscle damage eventually led to a bone break. Because of the surgery, Hernandez has withdrawn from playing for Puerto Rico in the 2026 World Baseball Classic. In 17 postseason games, he hit .250 with 1 homer and 7 RBIs and played a key role in the Dodgers' title run, including helping turn a game-ending double play in World Series Game 6. Now a free agent, Hernandez hit .203 with 10 home runs in 92 games this season, a year that included a 2-month injured list stint due to the same elbow issue. A gritty postseason run, a major surgery, and a veteran now healing as he enters free agency. Enrique Hernandez's offseason begins with a tough recovery, but a proven track record behind him. Former Spanish Football Federation President Luis Rubiales was hit by eggs during the launch of his new book in Madrid. Rubiales was speaking at the presentation of Matar a Rubiales when a man threw 3 eggs in his direction, with one appearing to strike him on the back. Rubiales tried to chase the attacker but was quickly held back by people at the event. He later said he was informed that the suspect was his own uncle, Luis Ruben, and claimed the assailant acted out of personal anger, adding that he initially feared the man might be armed. National Police confirmed the Spanish man was arrested but did not verify any family connection. Rubiales remains a polarizing figure after his sexual assault conviction for forcibly kissing Jenny Hermoso during the 2023 Women's World Cup ceremony in Sydney. The incident sparked global outrage, led to upheaval within Spain's Football Federation, and helped fuel a stronger push against sexism in sports. A book launch turned chaotic, and for Luis Rubiales, a controversy-filled chapter that shows no signs of closing anytime soon. A leadership crisis is gripping Philippine volleyball, and at the center of it is PNVF President and FIVB Executive Tats Suzara, whose every move is now under national and international scrutiny. What role does the Philippine Olympic Committee play in this turmoil? Here's our sports correspondent Sheila Salaysay with the story.
The controversy surrounding Philippine National Volleyball Federation President and FIVB Executive Tats Suzara is far from over. In fact, it continues to escalate. It began with backlash over an allegedly empty venue and the shocking appearance of a logo tied to an illegal betting site in the Philippines, broadcast worldwide during the FIVB Men's World Championship. Then came the Senate scrutiny, questioning Suzara over soaring ticket prices, his alleged arrogance, and his tight grip on media access. Now, as more issues come to light, long-standing grievances about the PNVF's internal management are finally surfacing. Under Suzara's leadership, several members have been urgently calling for reforms, demands that Suzara has repeatedly brushed aside. It's worth remembering, the PNVF was formed by the Philippine Olympic Committee to establish the country's official volleyball federation. Yet the POC neither appointed the officials currently in power nor crafted the federation's bylaws.
We see to it na everything is in order. Pati yung pag-election nila, dapat meron kaming observer, may request na invalid yun, wala yung POC doon. So, ganun yun. Meron silang autonomy. Pero, kami yung mother nila.
POC President Abraham Bambol Tolentino stressed that the Philippine Olympic Committee has no authority to intervene in any internal conflict within the PNVF. leaving the fate of the federation entirely in the hands of its own leadership. And despite Tats Suzara's powerful standing in international volleyball, the pressure on him continues to intensify. More and more voices are demanding that he finally confront the internal issues that, according to critics, have long stalled the genuine growth and development of volleyball in the Philippines. These problems, once whispered only behind closed doors, are now surfacing in public, adding to the growing storm of scrutiny surrounding the federation. At this moment, Bilyonaryo News Channel is actively reaching out to Suzara's camp for their side of the story, but they have yet to respond to any of our messages. Reporting for the Scorecard, Sheila Salaysay, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
And now here's your daily dose of sports lingo. Ever heard of a face wash? In hockey, a face wash happens when a player shoves his glove right into an opponent's face during a scrum. It's not a punch, not a slash, just pure uncut insult to your opponent. The kind of move that doesn't injure you, but definitely gets under your skin. A face wash is a message. I'm not letting you breathe, let alone beat me. And fans love it because in a sport built on speed, skill, and control, sometimes it's the petty little moments that light up the arena. Now it's time for our off-court buzzer. Uh-oh, the NBA gambling investigation just got bigger, with the league asking multiple teams, including the Lakers, to turn over phones, documents, and international records. The expansion follows federal charges against Damon Jones, LeBron James's former shooting coach, accused of selling confidential injury info to gamblers. At least 10 Laker employees are expected to be reviewed, with trainer Mike Mancias and executive Randy Mims already voluntarily surrendering their phones. The NBA says everyone contacted has been cooperative and stresses that LeBron, Mancias, and Mims have not been charged with any crime. Prosecutors say Jones used inside details to help bettors target 2 Lakers games in 2023 and 2024. Other teams, including Orlando and Portland, were also mentioned in federal filings as the league faces increasing pressure from Congress. A growing probe, a widening paper trail, and more teams now in the crosshairs. The NBA's gambling scandal is far from settling down. And that's our roundup for tonight, the 17th of November. Up next, the country's top basketball alumni are heading back to their roots. Let's find out what to expect from the 2026 Pinoy Liga Alumni Cup when we return. Right here on The Scorecard. Welcome back to The Scorecard. A new season of nostalgia, pride, and elite alumni basketball is about to tip off. The 2026 Pinoy Liga Alumni Cup brings former collegiate legends back to where it all began. And to share with us all about the upcoming season, join us live here at the BNC studio, the tournament director, Benny Benitez, and one of the finest guards in the country, Spider Mac Talio. Sir Benny, brother, maraming salamat sa oras. Welcome to The Scorecard.
Hi, thank you for inviting us here, Anton. It's just, feel a privilege to be here.
Sir Benny, I'll start off with you. First of all, we're very thankful, kami mga Pinoy basketball fans, for everything you're doing, bringing these legends like Mac Talio back together to this brand new tournament. You've been doing it for quite some time. Can you tell us about the latest installment?
Latest installment, the 6th season of the Pinoy Liga Cup. We got 8 teams, 8 of your solid UAAP and NCAA teams, of course, led by this guy here, the LaSalle Green Archers, of course, nandyan siya. The Blue Eagles.
Uy.
And then, of course, the defending champions of last season, it's the Letran Knights. So, talaga, it's gonna be a mix of your nostalgia, tama ka, Anton, and at the same time, yung competition. Because yung maglalaro dito are above 30. So, you have to understand, ito yung mga galing pro, galing pa lang dun sa kanilang last year. So, pumupunta pa lang sila dun sa kanilang alumni era.
Alumni era. I like that. I like that. You know, speaking of alumni era, I've been covering this guy, Mac Talio, since his days in La Salle. And then, of course, he went back to Southwestern University. Tapos naging mukha ng Philippine 3x3, number 1 3x3 player in the country. And even became the face of the MPBL at one point. Ngayon, Mr. Mac Talio, ano ba ang pinagkakaabalahan natin? Mukhang kondisyon na kondisyon ka. Grabe mga highlights mo.
Well, nagpe-prepare ako sa Pinoy Liga 2026. So, ayun, I'm preparing for my next year. Siyempre, gustong-gusto ko lang naman mag-champion. That's the only thing that I want. Yun lang yung gusto kong award na makuha. And for me to sacrifice yung taon ko ngayon sa discipline ko. So, malaking bagay sa akin. It's a win for me.
So you're playing for La Salle, and Sir Benny here sent me the lineup. Naku po, napakalakas. Shout out to the legend, Mike Ramos, for putting this group of Lasallians together. Sina Rico Merhofer, of course, Mac Talio. Mayor Francis Zamora is in the lineup. Sir Benny, can you tell us more about this monstrous lineup of La Salle?
La Salle has a monstrous lineup, Anton. Rico, nandyan siya. Kazim Mirza, I didn't know that he came from La Salle, from the high school.
Okay.
And then there's also Hiram Bagaching, but also the great JB Casio.
Wow.
You have to understand, Anton, there's gonna be a marquee match-up in this Alumni Cup. Ateneo versus La Salle. Why? Because the guys, the Blue Eagles, I heard from the organizer of the Blue Eagles, Doug Kramer is very excited, and he's gonna be teaming up with Magno Membrere, with Yuri Escueta.
Uy, si Coach Yuri.
Nandyan din sila Tonito Gonzaga. So, yung mix ng early 2000s na mga alums, the mix of nandun sa mga after 2010s, makikita mo dito.
And I also saw our colleague here dito sa Bilyonaryo, Coach Charles Tew is also in the Ateneo lineup, pati si Chris Tew will debut in Pinoy Liga. Is that right?
Yeah, Chris Tew, hopefully, it's gonna be, kumbaga, in the works already, but definitely Charles Tew, the great coach, of course, the Benil players, he's gonna be in there. Apart from that, I heard, that this guy, number 18, Yap Yata from UE.
Big Game James!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. And then there's gonna be Paulo Hubalde, there's gonna be Paul Artadi, there's gonna be Ronald Tubig. It's just your... Kumbaga, if you're a fan of Philippine basketball, I think this is it.
Mapapalaban si Mac Talio.
Bonbon Custodio.
Mac, Ateneo La Salle magaganap dito sa Pinoy Liga. We just mentioned some of the names na maglalaro, magsusuta. Para sa'yo, ano ba yung mga fondest memories mo of being part of this rivalry, playing for La Salle, and you even played for Ateneo even for a bit?
Yeah, playing against Kiefer kasi since I was high school, sobrang idol ko si Kiefer. And pinapanood ko talaga laro niya. And yung nakalaban ko siya nung UAP, I think it was 2011 or 2012. Nung nakalaban ko siya, sobrang gandang memory na yun. Pero it was blurry kasi hindi naman ako masyadong babad sa mas Kiefer. But defend him, parang isang malaking karangalan para sa akin.
Sir Benny, allow me to take this time to ask Mac Talio this question because we see Mac Talio's highlights. We've seen the viral moments, yung ginanon mo si Mr. Jordan Bartlett. A shout out to Jordan. Mac, I have to ask you, you're being one of the best playmakers and ball handlers dito sa Pilipinas. Who are your top 3 ball handlers or players with a bag? Local and international. Bigyan mo akong 3 each.
I'll start with international. I'll go with Curry.
Stephen Curry, okay.
Tapos sa local naman, I'll go with Terrence.
Terrence Romeo.
Tapos again sa international, I'll go with Kyrie.
Kyrie.
Yeah, definitely.
So you have Kyrie, you have Curry, Terrence. Give me another local player that impresses you.
I think si Loki, si Lastimosa.
Jerome Lastimosa.
It's not really fancy, pero parang ang hirap kuhain ng bola sa kamay niya. The way he controls the ball.
Wow.
Sobrang galing.
So props to those guys and Mactalio seeing
Yes.
what they can do. Sir Benny, before we end this interview, final message to invite everybody na suportahan ng Pinoy Liga.
Mga kaliga, I think this is the best opportunity for you guys to understand that this is where all of your alumni idols of the UAAP and the NCAA will be. If you want to see full pack action ng may nostalgia, try to catch the games po mga kaliga this coming November 29, Anton. It's
Lapit
gonna be Mapua versus De La Salle, and then there's also the Letran Knights. They go up against the UE Alumni. So it's going to be a very, very big day for alumni basketball on the 29th. So mga kaliga.
And where can they get more information about Pinoy Liga?
Oh yes, go to the Pinoy Liga Cup Facebook page, of course, and ang aming Instagram page, and try to check out because it's going to be we're going to be promoting really hard in the next coming days.
All right, we're looking forward to that. The founder of Pinoy Liga, Mr. Benny Benitez, here with us. And of course, Spider Mac Talio in the house. Maraming salamat, gentlemen, for joining me here on the scorecard. The Heat roll in and looking to steady their season, leaning on depth and fast-paced offense. But the Knicks are not going down without a fight, even without their key players. This rivalry always delivers tough plays, close finishes, and big stakes. Let's look at this matchup more deeper when we return. So stay tuned and keep your eyes on the prize. Welcome back to the scorecard. It's time to keep your eyes on the prize. The NBA season is on a roll, and tomorrow we've got a heat check in the East. The Miami Heat host the New York Knicks at the Kaseya Center in Miami. For the Heat, this is a chance to stabilize after some up and down results. For the Knicks, this is an opportunity to extend their road momentum and prove they're not just a home team. Now, let's look at where these teams stand. The Heat come in averaging about 125 points per game. Grabe. They're shooting roughly 49% from the field and 38% from three. Now, on the flip side, their defense has been tested. In their recent meeting with New York, they allowed 140 points. While the Knicks are also loaded in the scoring department, averaging about 122 points per game. But they're battling some injuries. Their leader, Jalen Brunson, is listed as out for this matchup due to an ankle issue. So let's see who's stepping up in this one. Para sa Miami, their go-to guy has been Norman Powell. He's averaging around 26 points per game while Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero remain out. Powell will be tasked to carry the load offensively against a Knicks defense that can clamp down. For New York, with Brunson out, all eyes shift to the big man, Big Bodega, Karl Anthony Towns, and the rest of the Knicks supporting cast. New York will need someone to step up, create shots, and keep their offense flowing. So, how might this one go? If the Heat can exploit the Knicks' weekend backcourt, they'll have the edge. But if the Knicks find a secondary gear and rebound well, this could be tight. Expect scoring to be high. Both teams are among the more potent offensive units this season. Now, if Miami wins, it reinforces their home strength and keeps them in the mix in the East. Now, if New York wins, despite missing Brunson, it sends a message that the roster has resilience. And here's your matchup breakdown for tomorrow. Before we go think on this, this comes from Gertrude Adele, the first woman to swim across the English Channel. When somebody tells you you cannot do something, that's when you do it. And with that, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow on The Scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport. on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. This is Anton Roxas. Have a blessed evening, everybody. Good night.